Tracy, let me know when you're ready, okay?
Yes, sir.
Should be pretty quick.
We're good.
We're good?
So one positive, you might be able to palm the basketball.
All right, we will call the November 28th, 2023 Board of Public Works and Safety to order. Are there any adjustments to the agenda, Kenzie? See no adjustments to the agenda. Is there a motion for the consent?
Motion.
I'll abstain from 4A.
Okay. Motion by Jeff. I will second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Jason's going to abstain. Moving on to the resolutions, a request to revoke right-of-way permits. Tammy?
Good morning, Tammy Houston, project engineer. Before you, we have 8 5G structure permits that have expired. They have reached their 2-year mark and they have not started construction on any of them. So we are asking them to be revoked, and if they so choose to build them, that they will come back at a future date.
Any questions for Tammy?
No.
Seeing none, is there a motion?
Motion to approve.
Motion by Jason, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Jeff, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you, Tammy.
Thank you.
Next is a request to approve special purchase of Lifeline Superliner ambulance box. Pretty specific.
I didn't know how else to write it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Tabitha Miller, Department of Fleet Management, requesting approval to move forward with the ambulance box itself for the back of the truck you approved
Oh, okay.
3 meetings ago, I believe it was.
So is this a different, this is a different supplier than the truck itself. So the truck is a year away or?
The truck is early summer,
Oh, okay.
but it is a different supplier, and all the suppliers have gone back to you provide the chassis and we'll build
I
the
see.
box. The current supplier that we're waiting on for, I think we're hitting like the first one we ordered were probably like 28 months since we ordered it, I think. So,
We're using the same box across, right?
no, we have switched box manufacturers. This
Okay.
will be a different one.
But the box is transferable among chassis in the event that we.
Yes,
that's
yes, we
what I
can
was-
still move
yeah.
forward with that. We just unfortunately did switch manufacturers with much debate.
Yeah.
Because we like them all the same as much as possible.
Sure, yeah.
Is this additive or replacement?
Replacement.
Okay.
Is there a motion to approve?
Motion.
Motion by Jeff, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Jason, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tabitha. Next is a request for bid award of city sidewalk improvements. Bit of good news this morning.
Yes. Good morning. Hatem Maki, City of Fishers Engineering. Before you is the request to accept a bid for the sidewalk improvements for next year. These are this is a project that includes about 10 neighborhoods and fixed sidewalks within these 10 neighborhoods. And we put out an RFP for contractors to bid on, and we had 3 bidders. The most responsive and lowest bid was from Howard, and it came approximately 50% below the engineer's estimate. So we will be taking advantage of that pricing, and we'll try and include a little bit more on top of that with the allowable 20% change orders on that. So we ask your approval.
So we're excited about this. I think this includes well over 1,000 panels.
Yes.
Whoa, okay.
And so this was part of our budget, 2024 budget plan, to use some of our surplus to go in and really attack some of the neighborhoods that have had significant sidewalk issues. And with this, as Mikey pointed out, we should be able to knock out at least 10 neighborhoods, maybe 11 or 12,
Yeah.
depending upon what we do on our change order.
Wow.
So a quantum leap forward for us in terms of being able to knock out these sidewalk concerns. And then layered on top of that, we approved additional staff and equipment for that planer that takes care of the trip hazards that are a little smaller. So they'll be in these same neighborhoods. So hopefully by the end of this year, or 2024, I should say, they could have 10 or 11, maybe 12 neighborhoods completely redone with their sidewalks. So we're excited to hit the ground running on this, and to get a bid in 50% of the budget was
Great.
great. And it wasn't like the other bids were.
No, they were, the other bids were actually a little bit lower than the engineer's estimate as well, but
Yeah.
this one was.
Because you get a little worried when you get one that's
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
completely outlier.
Yeah.
But,
Have we done business with Howard Companies?
Yeah, we've done a lot with them in the past year or so for
Just
all of our
wondering.
resurfacing
Okay,
projects. and
gotcha.
Are they previously the Harding Asphalt
I
Group?
think so. I
Yeah.
believe so.
Yeah, so
okay.
it's a big,
Yeah, it's a big firm.
Yep, okay.
So I will make a motion to approve this bid award for the sidewalk improvements. Is there a second?
Second,
Second by Jason. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Next is a request for on-call contract.
Again, Hatem Meki, City of Fishers Engineering, and before you is a request for an on-call contract with Burgess and Nyepel, and this is in regards to the trail gaps that we have programmed for next year. This is one of two on-call contracts with consultants to help us with the design and building the trail gaps on two corridors that we have, 126 and 106 Street. We're going to try as much as possible to do this in-house, whether it's our design or DPW's construction work. But we did identify a couple of areas that will require either wall or bridge or a boardwalk. So we will retain this contract for helping us with a lot of these items that we can't necessarily do in-house. The not to exceed amount for this contract is about $100,000, but we don't anticipate us getting to that amount for next year. So hopefully that would help us in knocking out a lot of these trail gaps that we have. And 126 trail gap, I believe it's the trail gaps between Allisonville and Lantern, and 106 Street is between, I believe, Cumberland and all the way to, I want to say Gas Road.
Yeah. And then does this include the downtown one as well, or not?
The Lantern Road. I don't believe that we would need some consultant help
Okay.
on the downtown road, but if we do, we can
Gotcha.
ask them to do some work there too.
so this is not a retainer, it's just bill as used?
This is the task-based. If we
Okay.
need them to work on permits or some other design aspects that we don't have the
Basically
capacity.
an hourly rate.
Yeah, okay.
With a not to exceed dollar amount.
Okay,
And if we don't use them, then we don't use them.
yeah, gotcha. All right, cool.
So,
Any other questions? Seeing none, is there a motion to approve?
motion.
Motion by Jeff, is there a second?
Second,
Second by Jason, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Just the context too, this was part of the 2024 budget, the additional money we wanted for trail connectivity. And I appreciate Mackey and Public Works are trying to stretch the dollar as far as they can, so we're trying to not only do as much engineering in-house as we can, but also DPW building the trail themselves to try to, maybe we can
Yeah.
get more trail done with that amount of money that we've allotted, so. Hopefully, those are two or three key corridors that connect people up to the Nickel Plate Trail or across the town, so that's gonna be important.
great.
Okay. Next is a request to amend the cross-section general plans and specifications for Barrett East as adopted in resolution number R031423D.
Yep.
Yep, Hatem Meki, Director of Engineering, City of Fishers.
Old habits
Sorry,
die hard.
him here is just throwing me off. Let's go to the back of the class. Before you, this is the a cross-section amendment to the Barrett Law East, and this is the location between 126 and 131st on Reynolds and Parkside. This is basically we are not necessarily changing a lot of the scope, but we are changing the depth since the existing depth of the roadway there is a little bit thinner than what we expected. So we are doing with 2-inch milling and 2-inch resurfacing on that road.
Gotcha.
Is
So
this 2-inch or is it 1.5?
2.5.
And this would be
Rich
a
is
cost
here?
savings of some sort?
I'm sorry?
Would this be some sort of cost savings associated with it?
Yes, there will be some cost savings associated with it, and we will allocate these cost savings that we had into some base repairs if needed once we mill the 2.5 inches.
Gotcha.
And just to
Okay.
note, this does not increase the max price that was adopted in the confirmatory resolution. That will stay the
Right.
same.
Yep.
Okay. And work has started.
Work has started with the
Okay.
concrete work, and now we're waiting on knowing just
Do
the
you
schedule.
anticipate paving yet this year, or do you think it's too cold to?
It'll be close. Did they contact you?
It's something they hope to do, but temperatures will have to rise from here.
Yep.
About freezing or?
Usually when you do have over 2 inches, it's 32 and rising. If you have 1.5 inches, it's 45 and rising. So we will have to look at the weather of the upcoming month. If we can
Gotcha.
fit that in, we'll do it. If not, we'll just
You
shift it
say
on.
32 to rising, so needs to be what?
It needs
8
to be
hours,
over
10
30
hours?
It needs to be over the span of the day itself. Minimum has to be 32 and rising, so it's not the maximum. It has to be more than 32 within the whole day,
Gotcha,
or the time when they're actually resurfacing.
gotcha.
Is there a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Motion by Jason, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Jeff, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. All right, any other unfinished or new business?
No.
Seeing none, is there anyone that would like to make a public comment at this point? Come forward and speak if you want to make a public comment. Seeing none, we'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn?
Is there a second?
Second.
Motion by Jason, second by Jeff, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Meeting adjourned.